What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This I'm going to bring you my quick 3-year review of, this is an 11-inch MacBook, or not MacBook, iPad Pro, and I bought this refurbished directly from Apple. I've had it for about 3 years now. This is the first model that had the 120 hertz refresh rate screen. I bought it for around, I think it was $519 through the outlet. And I'll kind of go through why I got this versus a different one before I go through the review. The big thing is that when you start looking at iPads, I would only buy an iPad refurbished directly from Apple. It basically arrived like new, saw the same 1-year warranty. You could still get Apple Care. You could still return it after 14 days. It's essentially just buying a new one. It's just either returned probably from someone or reconditioned in some type of way. But it was $519. My wife has basically the base model iPad, the 10.9, I believe. And it was around $300, and it's already full of its storage. It's got 32 gigabytes. This one only has 64, but I believe I still have a decent amount of storage left. As you can see there, I have a lot on Disney Plus because we have a kid. Our toddler, uses this probably as much as I do. It's probably not the best thing in the world, but that's how things work. And over the past 3 years, it's held up really well. It usually stays in this case, mainly because it's just a really slim case. And this is one good thing about old iPads, is that these cases are really cheap. I think this is like $12, and it's held up pretty well. But as far as the actual quality of it, it's still, while it doesn't look new, it looks used. It's held up really well. There's no major issues. Performance is still excellent. For a 3-year-old iPad, this thing runs circles around my wife's newer base model. I think it's the 10.9, the 329 version iPad. This thing runs circles around it. I believe it does not have the M1 chip in it. I don't know what chip it has in it because honestly, I don't really care about that in an iPad. As you can see, I have a 16-inch MacBook, so I wasn't really looking at getting the most powerful thing in the world when it comes to that. But the overall quality of it has been really good. I like the no bezel thing. It's super quick still. Having any issues with it slowing down. The battery has degraded a little bit, so it does, I would say, run out of juice quicker than I would like. We use this a lot for like in the morning time, watching the news while I'm working out, or just sometimes our toddler likes to watch certain things on here. I know, not the best thing in the world, but that's how life works. But the battery life isn't the greatest. It does have USB-C charging, which is excellent because now I think everything we have is USB-C charging. But it still has been really well. It's still on updates. I think it's on 17.4.1 for the iOS, for the version of it. I finally got it customized to how I like, but as you can see, it's still pretty quick at opening things. We don't really have any problems there. The speaker quality is pretty good. I almost hate using my wife's iPad just because of how poor the speaker quality is. Let's see what my kid has been watching. Dino Ranch, Puppy Pals, Bluey is on there at least. But everything still opens up really fast. It's really smooth, fluid. That's one reason why I got this versus getting just a standard iPad or iPad Air, is the 120 hertz refresh rate screen. I think everything I have, the MacBook, my phone, I have the iPhone 15 Pro, or maybe 14 Pro, one of those. And once you get to 120 hertz refresh rate screen, it's hard to go back. It's really color accurate, really vibrant. That's again one of the big reasons why I got this version versus the other one. We have some photos here. So it just has a really good, vibrant screen. I mean, it just has good colors, good viewing angles. I haven't really had any issues with the screen or quality or anything along that line. I don't use the camera on it, so honestly, I've never, besides what random photos my toddler takes, it's never had any actual photos taken, so it's probably not very good compared to a camera. Extremely thin. I almost was concerned getting this just because of how thin, and almost I thought it would be a little bit too fragile. We may break it, but it's held up really well. Let's see, what else? So that's really it. I've been really happy with it. I do not plan on upgrading this forever until it dies. As long as it's still chugging along, this is not something, I really think iPads are something that you cannot upgrade for 7 to 10 years. I know that may seem like a long time, but if you take care of it, keep it in this goofy little case. It's been dropped, it's been on vacation, it's been in the car, it's been at the zoo, it has been, well, no, I don't think we took it to the zoo, but on vacation is we take it, if we're taking for, 10, 12-hour long trips, and it's done really well. The only negative I find with it is the 64 gigabyte storage. It's not an issue yet, but as you can see, I'm getting close to there, mainly because of Disney. I think we have a lot of stuff downloaded on there. When we went on vacation, we downloaded a bunch of movies, but battery is still really good quality. I haven't had any problems there. The battery may have degraded a little bit. It doesn't seem to say it's charged as long as previously, but that's really my only negative. $519 is a little bit hard to swallow. It's probably overkill. Considering my wife has it, a base model one. We could probably get by with not having this. But if you're going to buy a tablet, get it through Apple's outlets. You still get the same year warranty. You still can get AppleCare with it. And I've had this for 3 years, and it still basically performs new. Besides maybe a little bit battery life isn't as great as it used to be, but everything else, it's still essentially brand new. I haven't had any issues with it. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't broke it yet. It has been dropped a few times, but it stays, like I said, in this case most of the time. You can see there's a little ding. You can see there in the corner. It does have a little bit of a boo-boo there, but it's still, everything else is good. Like there's not a whole lot of scratches on it. It is very fingerprint prone. Let's see if I can artificially make some fingerprints there, but that's the one negative, is a glossy screen. Is that that's probably my biggest negative. Now, not the battery life, but it's very, very fingerprint prone. Oh, I did notice another thing that I dislike. When you try to unlock it, if you hold it like this is where the camera's at, so it won't do the face unlock. I wish the camera was up here at the top versus here on the side, because not very many people probably hold it like this. It's probably more like this, and when you go to try to unlock it and you have your finger over there, it basically just tells you to move your finger. Once you move your finger though, it usually unlocks. But that's it. Really happy with it. Again, we will keep in it for a very long time, till it dies. The screen is the big, I think that's like the big plus here, is just how excellent the screen is. I mean, the colors on it are just really, really nice. I'll just try to get, I mean, they're just really, really nice colors. It does really good with representing good colors. I know kids, but the colors are just really nice on it. It gets pretty bright. It's not the brightest display out there, but it gets bright, very vibrant colors. Great screen. That's one big thing. If you're doing media on this, I do a little bit of photo editing on this, and it does okay. It's just really good. But that's it. Highly recommend, especially if you're looking for a pro model, get it through the outlet. Do not buy it new, or if you can get it on sale. If you can't find them on sale, check the outlet frequently, and usually they'll go on sale there. But that's it. If you have any comments, questions, leave them below, and I will get back to you, and have a good rest of the weekend.